Welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. Let's get it started on Bitcoin dominance. For the 47 of you that watch this, you might be a little bit better prepared than the rest of the majority of people. At the end of the cycle, maybe going into the next cycle. Let's look at why. So we're going to start off on the 5-day. We're looking at the Gaussian channel. Note also, as we zoom in here, we have not touched the channel the whole time. Sign of strength. Absolutely. Great. Bitcoin dominance. When do you want your alts to skyrocket? It's not going to happen until Bitcoin dominance taps. Any kind of move down is when alts start to move. Our best alt season was during this little move down here, right? Many altcoins did wild numbers right during that. What do you think is going to happen when we actually hit a Pico top and start to roll? We're going to see some massive fireworks. So that's what we're watching for. Now, this big zone we're going to get to in a higher time frame in just a moment, but look what's maybe starting to happen here. Resistance a couple weeks ago, early August, right? And this is a major zone. And again, we're going to look at on the monthly. It's remarkable. All right, so one rejection so far. We could possibly go up higher, maybe put in a high wave wick like this. Again, we're going to look at that in a minute. But so far, after our initial rejection, we haven't gotten anything even closing in here. So on the 5-day, even though it's a strong trend for sure, right, above the Gaussian channel, great. All moving averages are rising, even the 200. It's a strong sign, right? We got to have a top, and we're just looking for some kind of signal. We don't have it yet, but maybe potentially with these kind of all of August rejections, okay? No closings in August above where we've been. They are who we thought they were. Weekly, go out a little bit more. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Working on our 4th week in a row now of rejecting at this macro zone. Again, no touch points on the Gaussian channel. Sign of strength. All moving averages rising. Sign of strength. I mean, what an uptrend this is. About as straight up as you can get for a trend. Looks great. Unfortunately for altcoins, that's not great. So now let's go to the monthly, and now we can start to see the major picture here of what's going on. Going all the way back to 2018. Rejection, wave highs, right? Wave high resistance, breakthrough, wave low support, breakthrough, right? This is when alts were going berserk in 2021, right? Major downside equals altcoins going bonkers, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe someone over 100x during this phase. We haven't even sniffed at anything close to that. We barely had any damn red candles. But look at where we are. Why have we been rejecting for weeks on end? I would guess this is the level. Also, we have our macro Gaussian channel high right near 58.5%. We're a little bit under that now. Maybe we go up a little bit more, and look how much time it takes, right? These high wave wicks, 1 month, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully we don't have to wait that long, but even like a pretty sharp bounce here took, better half of 3 months, right? 1, 2, almost 3 to really turn it around. So maybe we look at, end of September, October even, before we get a great alt season. And what would it take? You're like, well, what about 3 months? We don't want to wait another 3 months. You might not have to wait that long, because guess what? If we make a final move up to, 58, 60%, whatever it is, and we start to form one of these wicks, that's where it's going to get exciting. Even on the wick, let alone the red times, right? If we have a couple of red months or a big red candle, I mean, maybe, I don't know if we'll get anything like this significant again, but a 16% red month in Bitcoin dominance will send altcoins through the damn roof. That's what we're waiting on. Okay. We're waiting on alt season. That's it. All right. Now, one more tip for those of you who watched this long. We talked about this in our Telegram group this morning. If you're interested in joining that, stay up to date on all these tips, right, through Patreon, linked below. Okay. But 2021, Bitcoin dominance low, right? Our low close, really our lowest close. You notice anything significant about that date? That was our Pico top in crypto, right? December 2021, then we hit a bear market. Bitcoin dominance rises. Came back down again. Another, lowest close. What does this start to mark? The end of the bear market. So maybe we can take some data off of that and say wherever we bottom this cycle, let's pretend that we know about support and resistance, and we say, oh, well, this looks like pretty significant level. What if we make it down here on a monthly scale, right? Maybe in the next, let's say, year, right? So what's the month? August, September? It's almost September, right? A couple days. So what about a year from now if we bottom somewhere right in here? And that starts our next bear market. It marks the end of this cycle, which altcoins could still 10, 20x easily through this cycle, right? For the next year. Why not? Of course they can. What if that marks the end of this cycle, this marks the end of the next cycle, and then we do something similar where we come back up again and then go back down again. And then that marks the end of, again, the bear market. How invaluable is this information if this actually plays out again? Why wouldn't it? Right? Bitcoin dominance tends to bottom at the end of cycles and for the bears or the bulls. Yeah? Okay. So wherever we bottom, whether that's here, well, and this would be my odds on favorite for now, right? That's macro kind of a support zone. We get down to 47, 46% area. I think that could very well mark the end of this cycle. And if it does, then we say, okay, well, next time we go down there again, maybe that marks the end of the new bear cycle in 2026, 2027, whatever it may be. All right. Hope you found this somewhat helpful, if not mildly entertaining. Let's do our quote and card of the day. We're going to bring that back. Quote. Let's start off with the quote, and then we'll get to some cool car shit. All right. The best way out is always through. Usually, unless it's like, the ocean. I mean, you're gonna drown. Also, who's the main character here? Who's this person? All right. Car of the day. Bugatti Divo. How thoughtful in front of the Paris Tower, right? If you didn't know, Bugatti's French. Hello. Let's see which one I got here. We got the gold Bugatti Divo. All right. You got that one. But in my opinion, I think the black looks better, but what competes with the invisible Lambo? Green screen. Get it? Pretty cool. All right, more on, we'll just hold up a bunch of invisible cars for next. All right, Bugatti Divo, car of the day, quote of the day, tip of the day, Bitcoin dominance. Watch it.